Welcome to Finley Homestead at the Wages. Right now we're gonna make some vegetable soup, and in a little bit on another video we'll do some bread making and cinnamon rolls. But the vegetable soup, we just put some whole peeled tomatoes, some stewed tomatoes, 2 cans of whole kernel corn, some green beans, Italian or regular, and I'm putting some new potatoes out of the garden in it. Cut them up. Put some squash from the garden, fresh squash. Cut that up, and put a little bit of butter in it, some seasoning, salt and pepper, really, and combine all that and just let it simmer for hours. We like to do it for 3 or 4 hours, and really get all the flavors mixed together. And it's really even better the next day is when it's really good. So we're gonna make some of that, and then we're gonna make some bread, and then we can toast the bread in the oven with cheese on it, and dip that bread in the soup, and oh my gosh, that's so good. So stay tuned, and we're gonna work on getting this all put together. So we just get red Pontiac potatoes we grew in the garden. I just cut them up a little bit, smaller pieces, so they'll get done a little sooner. Put them right in that soup. And you just kind of get the number that you want, that you're looking for. If there's any some places I'll cut off a little, if there's any little spots that don't want in it. But I think I got some okra too I'm gonna put in here. I picked some yesterday. I'll put some little okra in it too. I love okra. Here's the okra squash out of the garden we've got. And just slice it up. Fairly thin slices, maybe about an 1/8 inch thick. Get right up in this soup. Let it simmer on down for a while. I'm gonna put some egg noodles in it too. That's good in some soup. See, that squash there was a little hard, wasn't quite what we want. You let your squash go too long, and get too hard. Some of the squash we've had has did so good. I've got some really big squash this year, and it's not because I let it go so long. It's just because it grew so fast, and it's still been good. But some plants, of course, just aren't as productive, and they're not going to grow. You're not going to get the bigger squash out of those. Just simple fact of the way it is. Fresh okra. Just gonna cut up, put it in. And I've got a fresh onion picked yesterday from the garden. It's not super big, but it'd be mighty tasty. Okay, instead of egg noodles, we have so little room left in the pot. We're gonna put some of this. Let's see. I have some. This is what was left because sometimes I get the pasta and I'll put it in. We'll do a video one day on canning. I've got a vacuum sealer for the canning. So like I put everything from pecans, pasta. I've even put tea bags in, just experimenting with different things. A whole host of different things you can put in there, and you can put that little device on it, sucks the air out, and seals it up. Great thing to have. So I'll put this in just to add a little bit extra to the soup. Another great thing, black beans. Love black beans in the soup. So we've got the corn, green beans, black beans, squash, some okra, a little bit of pasta, little macaronis, I call them. Of course, the whole tomatoes, stewed tomatoes, fresh squash, new potatoes. It's just a smorgasbord. It's not an exact thing. It's similar, but a little different every time. Cook it, put in what you like to eat. Some things you don't like, you can add different things. Great to have. Great. It's also good if you want meat in it. Get some ground beef, put it in the pot, brown it, have that juice from the meat in there, and then put your vegetables in. Add more flavor, some meat to it. Awesome to have. Okay, I got a little closer. We got everything in. Looks wonderful. So, see all everything just out. Oh yes, it's gonna be some good eating. So, we're gonna, of course, and it's in cast iron. You can do it in anything, but there's just nothing like cast iron. Oh, how good it is. So, I'm gonna put the lid on. Let it sit here and cook and stew. And be back after a while. Now I decided to go back and I browned a little hamburger meat in another pan and poured it in because I had a little bit of room. You can see it is almost overflowing. I don't think I can get nothing else in the pot, but I wanted to add that, a little bit of that flavor from that hamburger meat. So we did add that to it, and it's just so slowly simmering. Really, it got turned down, keeping it on low right now. Just letting it all come together. All right, our soup is looking great. I've already tasted of it. It's all just come together. So really, really wonderful. Turned out really great. Okay, we've got our tea. Homemade tea. I don't like store-bought. Fresh vegetable soup and fresh baked bread. Oh, how good it is. Alright, y'all. Like and subscribe and share the video. Have a blessed day.